What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We are back. Yeah. We are back and we are live. Shout out to my girl, Pin75, first one in the building. She said, "Hey, everyone, y'all hit that like on your way in." Excuse me. Well, gotta make sure I stay hydrated. My throat a little parched. Woo! This is the midday show, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have some fun today. Y'all give me a second. Adjust the lighting. Woo! What's up, Wade LeBron? Hope there's good news today. There's amazing news, guys. 10 people in the building. One like. Hit that like button on your way in, guys. We've been vibing out lately, y'all. Woo! All right, guys. Shout out to everybody. Thank you for tuning in to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Please hit that like button on your way into the room, guys. Make sure you let everybody know about TD Fans Talk. Share the links. You can hit me up on Instagram at Instagram is TD Fans Talk. Twitter is at TD Fans Talk. And Facebook, my new TD Fans Talk page as well. Shout out to everybody in the in the building, especially the mod squad, Vic, Coaster, and Fin75 already in the building. Hey, TD Bank, good to see you. TD Bank, TD Bank. Hey, I'll take that. TD Bank. Hopefully I can turn into TD Bank.
One possibility is TD Bank on South Florida Avenue. Do you want that one?
Oh, Lord, do I have Siri on my computer right now?
I couldn't say.
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Yes, now we can. Okay. I didn't know what was going on. I think I had my computer Siri on or something. It was responding to everything that I was just saying. So I'm glad that we're back now. But anywho, I was saying that thank y'all who shared the videos on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Thank y'all so much for spreading the word about TD Fans Talk. We've been a growing channel. We're trying to reach our goal of 6,500 within about 11 days. And I'm going to need everyone's help to actually reach that goal. Matter of fact, let me go ahead get my calculator real quick. See what that would entail. The calculator tells me that 250 divided by 11 is 23 subscribers a day. 23 subscribers a day. That is the goal. We're trying to reach 23 subscribers a day each day on this channel so we can hit our goal of 6,500 by the game. Okay, we're trying to reach that number by the game on Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday, whenever we play the Washington Redskins, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get sup TD and gang. What's up, Pete? I see you, homie. But everybody who helps me out in that regard, sharing the channel and letting other people know about the channel, thank you so much. And if it wasn't for you all, I wouldn't even be at the 6,250 that I'm at now. But our next goal is 6,500. We're building a community over here where Dolphin fans can find some refuge and some positivity for a change. I mean, you can find negative Dolphin content anywhere. I mean, that's the sad part about it. You can find negative Dolphin content anywhere. But over here at TD Fans Talk, we do something rare. We try our very best to keep it positive, baby. So shout out to everybody. Now my wife is tripping on me, by the way. Wanted to tell you all about that. I keep on telling her, listen, I don't want to go to the next home game. I don't want to go to the next home game. I feel like I've been bad luck. I've been to every game and we've lost. I just want to stay home and stream. And she's just like, I've been supporting you. Why can't we go if I want to go back down to Miami? I want to go back down to Miami. I want to go. I want to go back to the beach. I want the breakfast. I want to go see Chef Julian. I want to go back to the game and I'm like, babe, we got plenty of games to go to. But I'm traveling a lot later in the year. I can't go to them all. I want to go to this one. Listen, y'all, we fighting right now. We're fighting over whether or not I'm gonna go to this Redskins game. Okay, I don't want to go. I don't want to go because I want us to get our first win, and I'm literally convinced I'm the reason we've been losing. But that's neither here nor there. But anywho, man, Finsanity5 said, "What are you guys cooking tonight on Down with the Dallas?" That's a good question, Finsanity. I asked the wife about it. She was like, "Oh, I can't think about it. How about we decide at about 4:30 or 5 o'clock?" I'm like, "We should have the stuff by then." She's like, "I don't care, even if we cook late at 8 or 9, as long as we decide." I'm like, "Okay, whatever you want to do, all right?" So I still maybe y'all can give us some suggestions. Make this kind of meal, make that kind of meal. Well, yeah, maybe y'all can give us some suggestions because tonight on Down with the Dows, we should be going live cooking dinner together. And we don't even know what we're going to cook yet. So it's probably going to take us going to the grocery store, buying some stuff, X, Y, and Z. But we shall see. Finsanity says steak dinner. Steak dinner? Finsanity, you want us to do steak dinners? Pete, you just disgusted me, Pete, talking about ravioli tonight. Pete, you just messed up the mood, man. Pete, you just made me feel like we 0-5. Just stop, Pete. Mashed potatoes, cake. Oh man, yeah, gotta decide on sides. Well, I talked to her because she has been craving a good steak. So I'll talk to her. We may do steaks. We'll see. TD, would it surprise you if we traded number 25? It would. It would surprise me if we traded Xavier Howard. Not because we wouldn't trade Xavier Howard, but if you're going to get the right value for him, I just don't see another team offering it. I just don't. So I'll tell the wife or everyone else that, hey, everybody wants to see us do steaks. She might be like, okay, we'll do steaks, but I want broccoli florets. I'm going to tell y'all, mark my words, she's probably going to want broccoli florets. She's probably going to want to make this our cheat day since we're doing steaks, and she's going to want jasmine rice with onions in it. That she's like addicted to that. She begs me to cook it all the time whenever it's her cheat days. But we'll see. But that's on Down with the Dallas tonight. Y'all check that out. Come hang out with us while we cook. We should be having a lot of fun, man. Keep praying, and maybe they will win 2 games this season. Hey, I'll pray, Nick. I'll pray, man. I'll keep praying. Even if it's only 2, bro. Yes, build the lines first. Yes, I saw he wasn't practicing today, and I just had a thought is all. No, he practiced today. He just didn't practice in the open media portion of practice. They had a small portion of practice where it was open media today, and he didn't practice in that segment. So I want to make sure I clear that up for people, okay? Xavier Howard practiced. He just didn't practice in the open session for the media today, all right? Anywho, let's move on because y'all making me hungry with this steak talk of medium with the red inside and stuff like that. Y'all making me real hungry. So let's get off of that, all right? Anywho, let's go ahead and get down to business, guys. Man, shout out to Mr. Spacely. How did you feel about the Rams this week, man? They better get their act together. They better protect their asset in golf. They better protect him because I like him as a quarterback. But if he don't have protection, it's irrelevant. Same thing I've been preaching on this channel for the longest. We can get whatever quarterback people want. If we don't have the protection or the weapons or what he needs around him, what does it matter anyway? All right. Now, let's get down to business, guys. First and foremost, I'm so happy to report to all the Fin fans that Allen Hurns has practiced today, ladies and gentlemen. Allen Hurns, who suffered a concussion against the Dallas Cowboys in week 3. It was a really nasty one that left him in the hospital, where the team even had to leave him in Dallas because he was going to need to stay there actually longer than expected. But he is now on the practice field. Although he has a red jersey on, which indicates he's a non-contact player. In other words, he can practice. Please, everybody, just don't touch him. That's all it is. That's all it is. He can practice, but please, no one touch him, okay? So he's back in practice. That's a good sign. They're saying that they're optimistic that he might be cleared to play by week 6. That'll be a positive sign, not only for him and his career, but the fact that we can definitely use the resources. Also, Albert Wilson is closing in on his return as well. He has been reported as getting better and better, and he may be making a week 6 return as well. So, like I told you guys yesterday, Albert Wilson is one who's going to be auditioning for the rest of the season to either stay on this roster, get traded, or get prepared for his next contract with his new team if we release him, or how good of a restructure we're going to do for him. It's that simple. He has to play well, and he's going to come back whenever he does and give us everything he has. I truly believe it, because he has to. He has to. He has no guarantees other than $1.333 million if we decide to cut him, all right? Not only that, guess who else practiced? Jesse Davis was spotted at practice wearing his cast boot or whatever, but he did practice according to reports, and that may be a good sign as well. We need all hands on deck, because something in me makes me feel like the Miami Dolphins are getting ready to go on a little run here. I already know. Haters, go ahead, fill up the comment section and let us know this guy's here he is in the middle of the day starting this foolishness. But I just feel a run coming on. I feel a run coming on for the Miami Dolphins to win some games consecutively and do something appealing to the fan base before this season is over. And whenever I look at our schedule, the Redskins, we might be starting our run. Then it gets tough when we play Buffalo, but who knows? We might be coming into stride then, gaining some momentum and getting some cohesiveness along the team. Then we have the struggling Steelers, doable. The Boo-Boo Jets, doable. The Colts, which may be a little rough one, but we might be coming on just like Buffalo. Then Buffalo again. Then the Browns. Then the Eagles would be tough. Then the Jets again. Truth be told, then the Giants, then the Bengals, then the Patriots. Truth be told, ladies and gentlemen, I'm starting to feel like our schedule isn't tough at all for the remainder of the season outside of maybe 2 to 3 games. And those aren't even like solidified tough. And if we can actually come on, you might be surprised if the Miami Dolphins do something special at the end of this season. I'm just saying, guys. And shout out to Shake Money, who every day, almost every stream, shows me love with the donation, with the banner, says, I'm with TD. Win-win. Stop wanking for Tua. Wanking. Oh, man, Shake Money, we might do something, man. We might do something. We might actually come out and start putting some wins together. I know there's a lot of people that hate on the Dolphins, but we can't sit here and act like the Redskins game isn't realistic for us. Some say we might even be favored. Buffalo, a division rival game? Who knows? We might be able to squeak it out. Pittsburgh Steelers, they've been struggling. Maybe that's when we're hitting our stride. The Jets, Colts, Browns, Jets again, New York, Bengals. We got about 6 games out of the last 12. Actually, 8 games out of the last 12 that technically we can do some damage. Not saying we will. Not saying we will. But I'm just saying, keep your mind open, man. Keep your mind open. We might see some beautiful play, man. Buffalo almost beat the Patriots. Are you high? Nick, man, y'all ask me, am I high all day, every day because of the things I say? Nick, I am not a drug user, okay? Let me just be clear, okay? I'm not a drug user. I don't even take Tylenol. I don't even take aspirin. None of that stuff. Just saying, okay? We got kids in the channel. I don't want them to think TD is a bad role model for all the kids. You know, just like Trick love the kids, TD love the kids. It's a joke, TD. No, I know, Nick. I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just messing with you. I know it's a joke, bro. TD, what is in the cup? Because it's too early to be drinking. I'm not drinking. This is actually water with my vitamin powder that gives me all kind of electrolytes, vitamins, be this and be that, and all kind of stuff. I bought this pack from Sam's bulk store, and they vitamins are drugs. TD, are they? Well, I guess I do drink drugs, I guess, in a powder form. I gotta hold on. Vitamins are drugs. Vitamins are vitamins. Stop that, Nick. All right, but yeah, man, this is I always put the water in. I got them orange flavor ones. This is a grape flavor one. I don't know if you can see it. This is a grape flavor one. And then I got the red ones. Is this the grape or the red? It tastes like the grape one. It's a little icky. Not icky. It actually tastes well. But as I just sip on it. I just sip on it. All right, right on, TD. Way to represent for the kids. Much love. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Because, you know, we got to try to help our kids keep their mental together. And they don't need drugs to help assist their mental being reduced. I'll put it like that. All right. I haven't taken any medicine in years except an occasional aspirin here and there. Hey, that's good, Cloud Life. I remember last year, though, like around the summer, man, after one of my accidents, I did take Tylenol codeine. They gave me a bottle of what people call syrup. I didn't know it was syrup at the time, but I was in so much pain. The doctor wrote me a prescription of Tylenol codeine 4 or whatever it was. And, man, it made me, if that's how being under the influence of something is, I felt it. I'll just put it like that. I mean, I was sleepy. I was drowsy. I'll never forget that, man. I'll never forget that. Vitamins that are natural are vitamins. If you take them, they are considered a drug. Hey, these natural vitamins, baby. How about that? And minerals. All I want from this team is one win. Isaiah, we're going to get it in game 6. We're going to get it in game 6, all right? Let me see. Isaiah's still holding that number 1 spot in fantasy. Man, it ain't going to matter when he go down in the first round of the playoffs. That's it. Anyway, let's move on, man. Y'all got me all in the chat section just vibing out. Let's move on. We already know that we got the 3 players returning. That's always great news, guys. Happy for that. And some other news around the NFL. This is why the whole narrative about Tua Tagovailoa, however you pronounce it, this is why the narrative is getting even more and more far stretched for the Miami Dolphins. The Bengals have sustained another major injury on their team. Their wide receiver, John Ross, has a shoulder injury and is now going to miss multiple games. And that's a tough blow. It just keeps getting worse for the Bengals. It keeps getting worse for the Bengals. And not only that, was it the Bengals coach that they're thinking about firing? Y'all confirm. I know somebody in here follows sports all day. Y'all confirm for me. Y'all confirm. Is it the Bengals coach that the headlines are they're thinking about firing him pretty soon? Is it the Bengals coach? Maybe I'm wrong. Marvin Jones. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Redskins coach. Oh, the Redskins coach. Okay. Jay Gruden. Okay. I just knew that whoever they're thinking about firing is 0-4. And usually when you fire a coach, sometimes they're definitely going to want to bring in a quarterback fresh whenever they come off. So look at the Bengals struggling, taking a huge loss. The Redskins keep struggling. Talk about firing their coach. Man, I don't even know if the Dolphins are going to pick in the top 3, if y'all want me to keep it real. You know who no one's talking about who has a good shot of picking earlier than us? Let's see if y'all can name it. Who are they not talking about who actually would have a shot picking before us? Which sucks because they spent a lot of money, loaded their whole team, got what they call a whole bunch of talent, and all of a sudden they suck. The freaking New York Jets. Somebody said Arizona. Hey, that narrative might fit too. Oh, man, that narrative might fit too. Let me see. Did the Jets play the tough part of their schedule yet? Let me pull it up. All right, what's up for the Jets? Man, they ain't play the Eagles they got to play. They still got to play the Cowboys. They still got to play. Oh, my gosh. Look at their next 3 games. Eagles, Cowboys, Patriots. Eagles, Cowboys, Patriots. That's the Jets' next 3 games. They might be the front runner when it's all said and done in 4 weeks of the 0 for teams. They might be the front runner. Wow. Then they're probably going to have a real battle with the Jaguars, which hopefully they might win, but who knows? Then they play us. We give them the business, baby. We give them the business. If Jets beat us, TD will have a stroke. Well, first of all, don't wish a stroke on me, but I get what you're trying to say. And yes, I would have whatever's close to not harming me. Yes. I would have whatever's close to not harming me. So no stroke. Just a really bad fit. Really bad fit. Then they play the Giants. Then they play the Redskins, the Raiders, the Bengals. So the back end of their schedule is the middle back end of their schedule. It gets more fightable. But then at the end, they got the Ravens, Steelers, and Buffalo. This is going to be interesting. Gase fired after 1 year with Jets, gets hired as Bills head coach. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I couldn't even put it past it, man. Anywho, let's keep it moving, man. The Bengals are in a worse situation. Redskins are in a bad situation. Man, it's even tougher for us with this whole tank narrative anyway. Let's keep it moving. Shout out to our arch rival, our nemesis, the guy that we really don't like, but we do have to give him his shout outs. Bill Belichick won his first game in New England 19 years ago today. 19 years ago today, Bill Belichick won his first game in New England. First game. Now, mind you, he started 0-4? He started like 0-4 or something like that, 0-3. But he won his first game today, 19 years ago. It was a Sunday. Maybe he got one more year and he'll retire. We'll see. We'll see, man. And I cannot wait to go to the MetLife takeover. I cannot wait, Finsanity. That's going to be amazing, man. In 19 years, how many wins have we had versus the Patriots? I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. Dolphins versus Patriots head-to-head record. Find anything on the NFL these days. Yep, here it is. Let's see. 1 second. Oh, it's not giving me by year, though. That sucks. The Patriots got us, though. It's not giving us by year. And I don't feel like doing too much in-depth research to answer that question right now because it'll take too much time. All right, I will be in a box with Jets fans, so my Fins better win. Man, Nick, you better turn that box into a Dolphins box. Oh, so Nick, you up in Jersey? Are you up in Jersey? Let me know, man. Are you up in Jersey? Yes, in Belmar, New Jersey. Awesome, man. That's what's up. That is what's up, man. This is interesting. Actually, let me correct that, ladies and gentlemen. I could tell you now in the history of the Miami Dolphins lead the series versus the Patriots 55-53. We've won 2 more games than the Patriots in all-time history. 54-51. I'm showing 55-53 on what I'm looking at right now. Either way, we're up. We are up. And technically in the last 20 years, since 99, we haven't fared bad either. We've actually done very well. I've been to every Dolphins versus Jets game since 1978. Awesome, man. Awesome. That's sweet. That's sweet. They invited me, yes. Patriots are having an open mic tonight in the visiting locker room. What? What is that? We beat them 20 straight in the 70s and 80s. Nice. We split most seasons with the Pats. I hope we split this year. Get us in the playoffs. Get our 11-5, baby. I'm still holding on to hope. Still holding on to hope. Hey, guys, hit that like button for me real quick before we move on. Let's hit that like button real quick because we're going to be listening to the coordinators today. We're going to be listening to what they had to say yesterday in their pressers, the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator. Also, Brian Flores' conversation with the media today. We're going to be listening to that actually first. 2-14. Nick, man, hey, long as one of those wins is in MetLife Takeover. Long as one of those wins is the MetLife Takeover. All right? All right, so all right, we got 34 likes. Let's get over 50. Hit that like button, guys. Don't Matt Burke me, man. Don't Matt Burke me. Hit that like button. The Patriots banging football in the locker room. Great news on Hearns and Wilson return to practice and perhaps week 6. Also, Jesse Davis practice. Any word on Robert and Dietschy return? I haven't heard anything. Finally, I believe the Fins can somehow reclaim Laremy Tunsil in 2021. What say you? Donald and Irene, I've already made it clear that I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have that conversation with Laremy Tunsil. They have had to have that conversation for him to walk in and say, I trade me for that. And they probably said, okay, well, we're going to pull the trigger. Remember, when your contract comes up, we want you here. We want you here. I would not be surprised, man. I would not be surprised. Oh, my gosh, it's going to go down as the biggest heist of all time. It's going to go down as the biggest heist of all time with Houston. The biggest heist ever, man. It's going to be the biggest heist of all time, man. It's going to be a thing of beauty, man. A thing of beauty. Hold on, I'm getting a little picture. Shout out for the email I just received giving me the records. Bro, the NFL will investigate that. They can investigate it all they want. It doesn't matter if they investigate it. What are they going to even investigate? What are they going to investigate? Laremy Tunsil is a free agent, and they're trying to sign him, and he says, no, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. And he walks and signs with the Miami Dolphins. They can investigate all they want. What are they going to find? Laremy Tunsil, did they tell you to come back? No. You know Laremy Tunsil. No, we didn't have that conversation. I just knew that they would trade me because I would have traded me for that. But I liked it in Miami. You know, I came over, I did my job. Now it's up to me where I want to be, and I want to be back in Miami. What can they investigate? They can't. It don't matter. Investigate all you want. Now we got a dolphin collusion case. Oh, Lord. Now we got a dolphin collusion case. Oh, my gosh. We got the dolphin collusion case, man. The dolphin collusion case going down, man. It's going down. It's crazy. I think he would come back, though. I think he would come back. He didn't leave on bad terms. He ain't mad the Dolphins traded him. He said, I'd trade me for that. Man, Laremy, I ain't gonna lie. I love Laremy Tunsil's personality, man. He ain't phased. He ain't worried about nothing, man. He ain't worried about nothing. And a matter of fact, the truth be told, Miami owes him money. We got him on the steal because of the draft day debacle of the face mask thing, bong thing. We got him on the steal as it was. We got him on the steal. We owe that man anyway. We'll bring, if it comes down to that, we'll bring him in, give him a good deal, and call it a day. He a real chill dude, man. Laremy Tunsil gate. Oh, man. But we'll see. Time will tell, man. But it's a good opportunity, man. The Miami Dolphins can pull that off. I'm just so excited, y'all. I'm excited for the potential of right now and next year, man. This season, I'm actually starting to enjoy what's happening, not because we're losing, but looking at the evaluation of players. Let me tell you what this year is also doing for us. It's also allowing us to see who are the real ones and who are the fake ones. Who's real and who's fake. That's what it's doing on this roster. Who's real and who's fake? And you got to admire that. You got to appreciate that. We get to literally evaluate a whole bunch of players and young guys getting a starting role that they wouldn't get anywhere else in some cases, and seeing if they can handle the pressures of the NFL and grow every week. George Albanese, I couldn't say it better. It is a year to scout the roster. Shout out to Mitch Miranzo with the $3 donation to PayPal. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much, Mitch. I appreciate your love and support. Donating to the PayPal, bro. We're literally scouting this roster. Nick said I was invited to a box with Jets fans and two other Fins fans. TD, if you ever go to NYC, you need to go to Stanley Middleton Pub. Slatery, Midtown Pub, 8 East 36th Street. This is a Fin fan bar. Oh, good to know, man. Good to know. TD and I will be at Slatery's the night before. Appreciate you, Finsanity. I was just about to tell him, listen, man, Finsanity is supposed to be the tour guide, man. Finsanity is supposed to be the tour guide. I don't know anything about Jersey, but I would appreciate if I could empty her gas tank by just getting to see it all. I'm just being 100 with you. I've never been to Jersey, man. I've been to about 32 states in the United States in my life. 32 states, and never been in the Northeast Hemisphere. New York, New Jersey, Boston, Maine. Never been. As far as I went was Virginia, Baltimore, D.C., and that area. But I've been up in all the northern states. I've been to all the western states, the mid states, southern states. Man, I've been around, man. But never the Northeast, man. Never even seen New York. We'll see. And we'll be at multiple, and we'll be at the tailgate party. Man, hey, I'm down for that, man. Man, I'm down for it. I need to save my pennies now, man. It just sounds like I'm going to be buying a lot of beverages. I live a mile from the beach. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I was born and raised about a half a mile from the beach in Miami, so I know the life living close to the beach. Easy, Nick. I'm from Bergen County. Man, shout out to all the Jersey people in the comment section. It looks like we have like 4 that I know of right here. MetLife Takeover. And let me tell y'all something. I'll be honest with y'all. I am a diehard Fins fan, but please don't ask me how I never even knew of a such thing as a MetLife Takeover until Finsanity told me. I didn't even know we had something called MetLife Takeover. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know there was a such thing. Had no idea. And y'all are telling me y'all been doing this for years and it's a big thing. I had no idea. First time ever hearing about it was from Finsanity. First time, man. She also told me dress warm because it's going to be cold. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I'm actually excited now. Y'all got me pumped. Go root for the Dolphins in Jet Stadium. Never been. Let's do it, guys. Hopefully I get to meet every single one of you all on the stream at the MetLife Takeover. It should be a fun time. Shout out to D Wade, man. D Wade in the building. It's crazy, man. D Wade lives a luxurious, busy life traveling the world, but he always finds time to come through to the streams and check on me, man. That's the real D Wade. Some of y'all still don't believe me, but that's the real D Wade, man. Tuning in here on my lunch break. What's good, y'all? Hey, we good, D Wade. Let him know, man. He on his lunch break in China right now, y'all. For some reason, we have crazy Fins fans in Arizona. Hey, truth be told, we got Fins fans everywhere. I don't care what nobody say. You can find a Dolphin fan at any part of the country and even out of the country. You can find a Fin fan anywhere in the world. There's a Fins fan anywhere in the world. I'm a fan in Ohio. Y'all let me know where y'all are from if you're not from Florida. Let us know what state you're from. They're everywhere, man. In Florida, north, south, and west are different. Yeah, true. No. Why? Because of Dan Marino? That's a big piece of it, but even stretch as far as back as the 72 Dolphins. What they did is beyond comprehension of special in the NFL. Nobody will ever deny that. No one can ever deny what they did. No one. Ever. And I'm telling you, the last thing they're trying to give Tom Brady on his way out is an undefeated season and to win a Super Bowl just to match the Dolphins doing it. That's the only thing he hasn't accomplished, and he wants that. And boy, I can't wait till they lose for the first time. Deep down inside, he going to be hurt. And just knowing Tom Brady's hurt makes me feel great. Kentucky in the house, Alabama in the house, Indiana, Virginia, New Mexico, New Jersey. Wow. I'm from the state of confusion. Shake Money crazy, man. Fins fan in Texas, born in Alaska. Wow. Man, I've never been to Alaska, and that's somewhere I always wanted to go. I gotta do that trip one day. My wife doesn't want to leave the country though. She never wants to leave the country ever. She never wants to leave the country at all. And the sad part about it is I want to leave the country now and travel the world, but I used to be like her. I don't want to leave the country. It's too much craziness going out in the world. Too much craziness going around the world. Too much craziness going on around the world. So Alaska, though, y'all right up there. I got to make that trip, man. This is true. There are older Fins fans everywhere. The problem is our lacking Fin fans that are in their youth. You're right. It's hard to find 20 years or younger Fins fans. It's hard to find Fins fans that are 20 years old or younger. And the entire league, with the exception of maybe a handful of teams, it's tough finding a fan base in this new era, the last 20 years. Because either people like the Patriots or those staple teams where they're rooted, like the Cowboys, they're going to always have their youthful fan base. The Steelers, youthful fan base will always be there. The Giants, they take pride from being from New York. Who else? There's not many other teams, man. It's not many other teams that has that solidified, proud fan base where the kids are definitely on board. Raiders, yeah, but theirs are starting to get a little distorted due to the location and things like that. Packers, good observation. You are correct. Packers, that's a given. Hell, the fans own the team. The fans own the team. Outside of that, Tom Brady has ruined a lot of fan bases for the new age as far as the guys 20 years or younger. Hey, TD, can you hug me? All right, who was that said that?
You are the wind beneath my wings.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear my computer right now? I got to figure out what setting I have on where it's literally responding to the things I say. I read the comment that says, TD hug me. It said, you are the wings beneath my, you are the wind beneath my wings. In other words, you lift me up. Oh my gosh. My computer's going rogue on me, falling in love with me. I don't even know why it's doing that. I have to figure it out. It's the HP assistance. I got to turn that off, man. I don't know what's going on with this computer right now. It is literally responding to me saying, I am the wind beneath, you are the wind beneath my wings. I do need something in this cup now. Oh my gosh. Maybe something is in these vitamins. Got me. Am I the only one? Is Cortana turned on? Maybe that's what it is. That's probably exactly what it is. Cortana. But I don't know how to turn it off. Is there? But I'll figure it out after the stream. Cortana, how are you? Cortana? I don't know. It's not responding now. Man, that's crazy, man. TD, it's a Russian hacker. LOL. Don't get me mixed up with all this government stuff. I ain't got time for the games, man. I ain't got time for the games. I don't want them to come back 30 years from now when TD running for office because I really want to make a change for any and everybody in this world. And they be like, nah, he was on his live stream about 30 years ago working with the Russians. I ain't got time for it. Don't mix me. Don't even put it in the comment section. They're going to flag it and keep it in their file cabinet for me later on. I ain't got time for those games, man. Oh, man. 12-8. We scored our first TD. Things to look forward to. I think he meant big things to look forward to. Yeah, not only did we score our first TD, that wasn't our first TD. We had another TD earlier this year. But that was our first lead. It was shortly lived, but it was our first lead, man. Man, like Siri and Granddad on the Boondocks. I know, right? Yeah, I remember that. Ukraine, chicanery. Oh, I don't know nothing about all that Ukraine stuff. All right. Hey, don't be blowing whistles on me. I'll just say that. All right. You hilarious. Only on Wednesdays. It is Wednesday, right? The CIA is listening always. I know their computers are listening always, and if necessary, they'll refer it to a individual analyst to listen. Understand how that works. I think that will be the first time, TD, and I will be in the same building. Nice, nice. All right, wait, what are you talking about, Finsanity? The first time for what? LOL, Belichick is spying. Belichick keep cheating. Real addictions, man. A real addiction. Belichick hacked you, TD. I don't know why. But anywho, listen, y'all. All right, so another thing. Did y'all hear the news about T-Pain? Did y'all hear the news about T-Pain? For those who don't know who T-Pain is, the singer, producer, artist / rapper, which I actually love some of his earlier on music back in, the last decade. Did y'all hear about what he came out and said to TMZ about the Dolphins? So the Miami Dolphins reached out to T-Pain and said, hey, man, we want you to kind of remix and make our fight song live. Miami has the Dolphins, our greatest football team. Whatever. And he makes the song, and they going to ask him a few days ago, TMZ, about the Dolphins. He said, I ain't a fan of the Dolphins. They just cut the check. I made the song because they cut the check. I ain't no fan of the Dolphins. I have no allegiance or like of the Dolphins. I'm like, come on, Miami. Why are you, first of all, you just hiring an artist to jazz the song up? You got to get a real Dolphin fan to do it. Even if it ain't as good, you got to get a real Dolphin fan to do it. People take pride in the fight song, and we out here hiring people who ain't even a fan of the team to do it. Made me mad, man. Made me mad. All these people that are part owners of the team, minority owners, J-Lo, Esteban, all these owners that are in music and stuff, and you gonna go grab somebody who ain't even a fan of the team. But that's all right. That's all right. TD about to remix that boy. I'm about to remix the heck out of our fight song. And the song is technically going to be my chorus. Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. That's going to be the chorus. It's time to put some real lyrics to that boy. It's time to put some real lyrics to that boy. Y'all stay tuned. Because I'm telling y'all, I'm finna bring the heat on this one. I'm going to bring the heat on this one. That fight song going to be about 4 to 5 minutes long. Instead of the 2.5 minutes it is now. All it does is repeat itself twice. That's all it does is repeat itself twice. They should let Trick Daddy do it. He got debt because he betting with the Dolphins. You might be right, man. Trick love the kids. Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football. Trick love the kids. I would have let Rick Ross do the song. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that can do it, but I'm hopping on that boy. I'm hopping on it. I'm finna get all over that one. I'm finna write something nice and sweet for us, baby. Something we can vibe to. You don't know Nan? I see you, John the analyst. He about that life. He know what time it is. But shout out to everybody, man. But listen, y'all. Man, is the stock market dropping in a major way today? I gotta check my trade accounts. Who's returning week 6? Ryan Tannehill. You missed the news. Who's returning week 6? Ryan Tannehill. Nah, I'm messing with you. It's the receiving core. We're gonna have a lot of receivers returning. Albert Wilson potentially, Hearns, and also Jesse Davis will be returning. Jesse Davis will be returning as well. Pitbull on Dolphin song. That would have even been a whole lot more sense. That would have even made a lot more sense, man. It's just sad, though. Every single story that comes out about the Miami Dolphins has to be involved with something negative, man. We can't even enjoy our fight song when the person who sung the remix of it, enlisted by the Dolphins, might I add, that's the insulting part. The Dolphins enlisted his help. And he all on TMZ. I don't like that. I ain't no Dolphin fan. They paid me. They cut the check. It was insulting, man. Anywho, let's go ahead and dive in. First thing first, anyway, let me stop. We got Brian Flores up on the mic today. Let's see what he has to say.
And really look towards the next day and the next challenge. And I think they'll do that. But obviously, there's some disappointment in that locker room. Kind of reflecting on the first 4 weeks of the season and really the last couple weeks where I think, we can all feel some improvement and feel some opportunity and feel some, possibility of things going different away. And when they don't turn out the way you want them, there's some disappointment. But yeah, always upbeat, always positive. That's what I'm looking for out of this group. To go the other way, it helps no one. Right direction for you? I would say there's some improvement. Trending the right way. I don't know if that's the phrase I would use. At the end of the day, this is a production business about wins and losses. And we're not doing very well in that department. So I think there's some individual improvement, some improvement within groups, improvement for a half, good play for a half. But this isn't it's a 60-minute ball game, and we've got to find a way to put a 60-minute game together. Not
so
a 30-minute game, not a 40-minute game, not a 10-minute game, a 60-minute game. So that's where our focus will be.
Quirks, and if so, how would you evaluate the first quarter?
It's easy to do that, 16 games, so you split it in the quarter. So first quarter, I would say, not so good. I would say we made a lot of changes to the roster, kind of building the team on the fly in a lot of ways. But, we would never make excuses about that. Try to put the guys in the best positions to play well. But at the same time, trying to build a team and build some camaraderie and build some communication and build some rapport. I think that's been a big part of these first 4 weeks. I think that's trending in the right direction as far as the team coming together, getting to know each other, and building relationships in the locker room, off the field, on the field. That's to me is very, very important on a team. So I think from that standpoint, there's been some positives, but on the field, we've got a long way to go. And I think they know that. I think, specifically over the last 2 weeks, there's been some positives, or more positives than they were the first 2 weeks, but still not good enough. And the first quarter season's over, and we'll just move on to the next part of the season.
I totally agree with what he's saying there. He said, we can't make no excuses for that. He said we have lost some players and traded some players, and we've been trying to actually rebuild on the fly because of it, which is true, man. I know they went into the season with a game plan, and then that Laremy Tunsil deal actually went through, and it was like, wow, well, let's make the trade, and we just got to figure it out. It kind of ruined plans, but like you said, this is a game where you're rated off of wins and losses, and we're not doing good in that department. So at the end of the day, I don't want to make any excuses for it. Like he said, I don't want to make any excuses for it. But I've seen improvement, in a lot of areas. So I agree with that.
I guess that being said, what would be your number one goal for your team, or what you want to see in the second quarter of the season?
Well, putting a full game together. That would be my number one goal.
Number one goal is put a full game together. We'll get there.
Do that one play at a time, one practice at a time, but we got to string more plays together more consistently, and that's everybody. It's players, coaches. It's not everyone. We got to string the whole thing together. So I would start right there. But there's a lot that goes into that. Coaching, execution, fundamentals, conditioning. There's a lot that goes into that. So that's my number one goal.
Right. Aside from effort and attitude, what do you see as the positives from the first quarter of the season?
I would say communication's definitely improved offensively, defensively in the kicking game over the first 4 games. I'd say offensively, our execution, obviously, we're better on third down yesterday than we've been, which allowed us to sustain some drives.
We really were better on third downs in that first half. We really were.
Defensively, I think we didn't tackle well, then we did tackle well, and yesterday we didn't tackle well, so there's some inconsistency there, so we need to continue to just focus on that. We did defend the deep part of the field well early, and we did, and then, yesterday it was a little bit of the intermediate pass game that kind of got us, so look, we just got to play a little bit more consistently, and, our opponents, look, there's a lot of good coaches in this league, and they do a good job of, trying to attack your weaknesses. If you're taking something away, they'll try to, we took away a lot of over-outs. They checked it down, and then we couldn't tackle. There's just, a myriad of things that go on within the game. So, we've got to be able to handle it all. And you're not going to take everything away, but, you want to kind of play the way you want to play, and if you're giving something up, or if they catch you in the area where you're a little bit weak, you need to understand that and do everything you can to
catch you in the area where you're a little bit weak.
The bad plays.
A bunch of guys that were questionable on Friday that didn't end up being up. I think Kane, Wilson.
He's basically acknowledging there are some areas where we're weak. There are some areas where we are weak. He said, if they catch you in the areas where we're weak, he knows it. And he ain't talking about the O-line. I know what he's talking about. He talking about the defense. Defensive end position, catching us on the opposite of Taco side. Eric Rowe on that side. They take advantage of, they catch you on your weaknesses.
And Jesse. Yeah. The thinking on those 3, and then now you have 2 weeks. Do you anticipate, Jamal, Hakeem, all these guys are dealing with these little things to be ready for?
Yeah, well, I would say those guys, they wanted to play, each one of them. They fought their way into getting into practice and trying to go, and at the end of the day, we just felt like it was the best decision for them individually and us as a team to not to play them. So.
And you're optimistic that a lot of these guys would be
I am. I would say, I'm optimistic that those guys will be out there next time out.
Awesome. He's optimistic those guys will play next time.
How would you assess the performance of the running backs, and do you have some clarity as to where you want to go from here with those 4 guys?
Yeah, I think, we got 3 guys, 4 including Laird, who all different, all have had, moments of production. I thought we ran it better than we have yesterday.
Yes, we have.
So the offensive line played well. They were
Yes.
tough. They were physical.
Exactly.
Did a good job moving. A good defensive line.
Yep.
We had some opportunities in the run game. We had a big run early that got brought back because of the penalty. But again, that's one of those things where if we just get lined up right, we've got a 30-yard play. If we don't,
There you go, right there. He basically just praised the offensive line. He praised the offensive line, talking about how they went up against a good defensive line and held their own and helped us run that ball. But then he made me a little bit mad because he said then we had a really good run that got called back on the penalty. That was that Balaj, like 10 or 12-yard run that got called back on the penalty. Then we ain't run the ball no more. And he ain't say nothing after that. He said, then we had a good run. They got called back for a penalty. That's all. Yeah, that's all because we stopped running the ball.
we don't, so we lose that. I think Drake's. I think he's been productive. He ran hard yesterday. We got to do a better job with ball security. That's 2 weeks in a row where we've lost one.
Look at, he said that's 2 weeks in a row Drake lost one.
He runs hard. He had a run called back as well yesterday with a holding penalty.
He said Balaj runs hard. He had a holding. There was a holding penalty on a good run from him yesterday.
I think Patriots did a good job in the kicking game, so I like our backs. Again, we'll do a lot of evaluating. We'll evaluate the entire team, and try to find a way to get them all out there. But get the guys we want out there in specific situations.
Evaluate Taco's first 2 games.
I think.
Before we go on Taco, somebody said Balaj can't catch. I disagree. It's just something going on with these players right now. Can Devontae Parker catch? Yeah, but he been dropping balls. Can Preston Williams catch? We believe so, but he been dropping balls. Can Jakeem Grant catch? Yes, but he been dropping balls. Can Balaj catch? Yes, he just been dropping balls and ducking them. To be fair, he been ducking them too. So I'm not going to say these guys can't catch. They just ain't been finishing. That's it.
I think he's still learning the defense.
Taco Charles.
Some instances there.
Still learning the defense, he said.
Position. He's a hard-working kid. I like him.
Ooh, I like it. He said, I like him.
He brings energy. He's got length. He's got toughness. We can. He's got a long way to go from a pass rush standpoint as far as using his length, using his speed, using his ability, putting it all together. But I think there's a lot of potential here, and we'll just keep working him.
I like it. What Flores is basically explaining is that even Taco Charles has a big upside because he can get better at the pass rush, and we'll keep working it. And he likes him. Basically, he's saying he still has a long way to go. If he's been doing what he's doing and still has a long way to go, we got a player that has a huge upside. Just saying. Now, imagine getting help on the D-line, making it even easier for him, man.
And, had a couple good rushes yesterday. A couple not so good rushes. We'll just keep working. And I think he'll help us.
You had some other guys in that mix too, Avery Moss, Jenkins, Beagle, Trent Harris. What are some things that you're liking from?
Moss, I think he's really showed up the last couple of weeks in a positive way. From a run standpoint, he's playing with the right techniques. I'm thinking of a play last week against Dallas. They obviously got the big offensive line. I had a couple good plays against, they got 2 good tackles, so he played well there. Jenkins does a good job holding the point in the run game. Trent done a good job on the edge. And does a good job with communication and Beagle, he's a ball of energy. So I think all of them are still finding their way within the scheme and really finding their way within the building, to be honest with you. But I think that group's starting to come together, and they're working it to come together, and you see kind of flashes and spurts of the unit playing well together, and hopefully we can just continue to improve, get better, and build that rapport, and we can start to play more consistently.
They caught you pretty fired up with Christian after that roughing or first.
Yeah, I mean, look, we it's 10-10. I think we just missed a field goal. We were right in it. We don't need those. I mean, he knows that. I think everybody on the team knows that. It was I thought it was a bad penalty. We show plays like that on a weekly basis. Like, this is what we're not going to do.
I said Christian Wilkins late slam.
I love Christian. He knows that, and I'm going to coach him hard. Especially a kid like this who's got so much ability and leadership potential, and I think he's going to be here a long time and be the face of what we want to be about, and that's not it. He knows that. Everybody on the team knows that. So I was upset, and I'm still upset, but it's football. You can't get over things quickly.
Jason Sanders, I believe, is one of 3 on field goal attempts of 50 or more.
Yeah.
How do you view that? Because that's a tough distance.
Come on, Jason.
Maybe a makeable distance. How do you view?
He's a good kicker. He can make these kicks. I got a lot of confidence in him. I still do. I just said that in front of the entire team. We'll keep kicking him, and he'll make them. I have a lot of confidence in him. He makes them in practice day after day after day after day, and I think he'll be just fine.
Your bye week, I guess, the team itinerary look like. How much rest will you kind of take away from
Good question.
the place and kind of
What's the schedule?
Me personally or the team? I think my wife's on. She's got something planned, so I got to say I can't. Whatever she says, we'll do. But if it's up to me, I'll be in here. But it probably won't be up to me.
Well, we were talking about improvement, especially over these past couple of games. Put you on the spot here. When you think of guys who are most improved since training camp began, who are a couple of guys who've come to mind for you?
Training camp?
Well, for the beginning of the season.
The first guy that came to mind was Avery Moss. He's a guy who's improved since he's gotten here. Obviously, he wasn't here during training camp. That's why. But for a guy from training camp, guy like Dieter, he's a guy who's really made a lot of improvements.
Dieter.
Of course, since he got here.
Dieter making huge improvement.
Tackle last week and
Tackle.
guard played well yesterday.
Tackle last week. Guard this week. Played well.
Back to the first preseason game when the lights were on and there was some movement. He looked like a deer in headlights, and now he's out here playing tackle against the Dallas Cowboys at in a hostile environment, and he didn't blink, he didn't bat an eye. So
yeah, he right.
But
Dieter preseason looking like a deer in the headlights, like he didn't know what to do, and now he playing against some good pass rushers and holding his own. Let's go. Let's go, Dieter.
We talk about on a daily basis. These guys are doing that. I think he'd be at the forefront. Christian as well.
He said Christian as well. Guys that's been improving.
I think I would say I would definitely see improvement from guys like that. Avery Moss. So,
Avery Moss, Christian Wilkins, and Michael Dieter. Them the guys he see like come to mind first in improvement, man. TD, this isn't today's pressure, right? No, this is yesterday. I was just behind on it. Man. Oh, that was one of the haters. Let me go to the next video. Y'all bear with me, man. Man.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Let me pause that. We'll get to O'Shea in a moment. But, yeah, I'm going to check out what y'all saying in the comment section. Yes, man. He's right, though. Those players have really improved. Dieter is probably going to be a staple on this O-line for time to come if he can continue to do what he's doing. But above all, he has versatility, playing guard and tackle. He's been doing a hell of a job, man. Man, I mean, I keep telling y'all, I'm impressed with this O-line. Things ain't perfect, but with what we have and what they've been able to do, Dave has been putting some work in, man. Man, TD, I like the plan that Greer and Flores are implementing. Can you imagine the fans showing consistent improvement and winning throughout the remaining season? Can't wait to watch the improvement. The Donald and Irene Young, you bring me to thinking, like, what if this team actually did go on a run? Not saying they will, but imagine us actually making the playoffs after starting 0-4. It would be insane. Insane, man. I'm not sure about Ndichi. We're still waiting to hear from the coaches about it. We'll see. With these next 12 games, it's possible. You're right. Like, literally, in regards to elite teams, what, we only play one? We only play one elite team? Or am I tripping? We only play one elite team. And that might be my 11-5, baby. Still holding out hope, man. Let's check in with Chad O'Shea on his evaluation after the first quarter of the season.
It's something that again, you just got to remind yourself to focus in on the
quarter. You got the quarter mile goal now.
Yes.
Obviously not the start that you probably want.
Right.
Specifically with the second half. 81-0. How do you approach the last 12 games?
Asking him about not scoring anything in the second half of a game yet.
The thing in regards to the lack of success in the second half is that we were able to do it for one half of football. So we're going to go and closely evaluate what we do in all areas of the second half, the approach, the scheme we use, defensively study what that they've done versus in the second half. I think it's a combination of factors that we're really going to look closely at and determine what's best for us moving forward. And again, I think the positive thing for us is that we know we're capable of playing a consistent brand of football that we displayed in the first half. There were some really positive things for us in the first half of the game. We're making improvement. We're making progress. It's just a matter of getting that to the second half, and that's something we're going to work really hard on moving forward here.
How much thought is given in terms of the approach to the coin toss? When you're going to take the ball coming out of the second half?
I think that there's a number of things that we have to make decisions on or try to think through prior to the game. Certainly the coin toss is always one of those that is discussed as a staff. Brian does a great job of being, very thorough in some of the discussions that we have, not only on the coin toss, but other things that may come up in the game, situational football or certain, situations that come up during the game that we really look closely at, we talk about, and I think that the coin toss is one of them.
When it comes to the progress of the running game and the passing game, you obviously got a lot of moving pieces in there with the running back and quarterback-wise, and the development guy.
Yeah.
How do you manage that game plan of either establish a run or also make the game?
Right. Yeah, I think there's definitely a balance with where we are on offense right now of trying to establish the run and maintain a good balance of doing the things that Josh does well. Certainly, he's done some things really well, and he's making progress. And there's to play quarterback in this league, you have to rely on the run game, and it has to be something that you have to do well in order to open up some of the other things.
Have you identified where the improvement needs to come from?
Yeah, I mean that's something that we're still kind of this week's a great week for us because we really are going back and
get it
trying
done.
to really study.
Yes, Flores get paid if he gets fired. He gets paid his full contract. He's guaranteed 5 years.
Is like other positions right now, and that there's plenty of things that we can improve on. I don't want to narrow it down to one specific thing, but it's just overall, I think that there's a lot of areas to improve, and I think it's all positions right now. Obviously, we've had some drops at all positions. We need to improve that. Some of the basic fundamentals of football we need to really make improvement on, and that's something we're going to spend this week really trying to focus in on.
Drops, receivers, running backs. Is it to a point where you need to create specific drills in practice?
Yeah, I mean, I think that one of the things on catching the football is it's something that we have as part of our everyday drills, and we think it's throwing, catching, blocking, tackling are things that we try to work every day, and we're going to continue to do those. But we're going to, as a coaching staff, again, we're evaluating all aspects of our program right now, and one of the things we're evaluating is the teaching progression and what we do on the field and the drills that we have and those things. And at the end of the day, it just comes down to the basic fundamentals of catching the football. And certainly we've had enough drops at all positions that we need to, make some improvements in this area.
About the mental aspect, I know when I talk to the receivers about that, some of them think there's different approaches. There's the short memory.
Yeah.
Right. Get back and puddle, throw the ball again.
Right.
There's the it kind of sticks with you sometimes.
Right.
Are there mental exercises they can do?
Yeah, I mean, I think that catching the football is obviously a lot mental, as much as it is physical, and we try to emphasize the players having positive thoughts of catching the football. We're never going to talk about any negativity and never try to associate dropping the ball with the act of catching the ball fundamentally. So they certainly have know that they need to work on it. This is a good week to work our fundamentals. I look forward to getting out on the field.
All these drop balls are ridiculous.
Really working those fundamentals, and obviously the catching fundamental is something we need to work on.
Last question for me. This one with Kalen. How do you handle Kalen's psyche right now?
Yeah. I've continued to tell Kalen how much confidence we have in him because I truly do have confidence in Kalen. I know his teammates do. I look forward to having him out there again, to have another opportunity, whether it's catching or running the ball. I have a great deal of respect for his work ethic, how he approaches the game. He's certainly not in the position that he wants to be in right now because of his, the drops that he's had, but he's done a lot of other things well for our offense. And just, he has the drops, which is what jumps out at most people because it's, so glaring of what happened and those things. But he's done so many things well within our offense that we can't lose sight of that, and we have a tremendous amount of confidence in him.
Have you ever been part of an offense that had 4 different starting tackles in the first 4 weeks of the season?
I think that, one of the challenges we all have is just those moving parts and positions, and certainly when it's at the offensive line position, I have such great respect for that position and what that means to a successful offense to have a good offensive line. And stability and continuity are things that really are very helpful to the offensive line. And, what we're doing here is, we've had some different combinations here the first part of the season, and we're still, looking for, kind of those guys that they haven't worked together for a long period of time, So sure. I think this is a work in progress. So one of which I think they've made progress. I would say it's a good type of challenge in the way in which that's our job as coaches to find the right combination and to make it work.
Isaiah, how do you see Prince.
Yeah.
They get multiple Isaiahs on
Right.
offense.
Isaiah Prince, y'all. We're going to talk about him.
For us to see him out there, how do you think he held up?
I think he did well. Obviously, anytime you're a first-time offensive lineman playing in the NFL is challenging, and especially going against, what we had a lot of respect for the outside rushers for them. So I thought he did well for his first time out. There's certainly a lot of things that we need to improve on, not only, with him personally, but as an offense. So I think it was a good start for him, but we have a lot of way to go here. Yeah.
How do you guys handle this on the first start? How do you guys handle the noise surrounding this team?
Yeah, I think the team has been focused really on improving. They have embraced kind of our adverse circumstances that we're in right now, and they're really. I have a lot of respect for the mental toughness of this team right now.
Joel, I
how
agree.
they've responded.
We can weed out the bums before
the way
next
the
season.
season's gone for us so far. They've come out with a positive attitude. They've continued to work hard, and I think they've continued to work on the process of improving, and that's been a real positive for us through tough times here. Yeah, I think that, whenever you go out, the adverse circumstances I'm referring to is just the lack of success on the field, and I think that the easiest thing for people to do in all areas of life is when things are going well, it's just okay. And I think that really this team has been resilient, through lack of success on the field. Obviously, we're not pleased with the outcome at all, and we're striving for something, opposite of what's been the case. But I've been pleased with the way the team has responded, with the attitude that they've had. So, the circumstances as far as us having lack of success on the field is what it is right now. We're 0-4, and we want better. But I think that everybody understands that we need to just focus in on the process of improving.
For lack of a better term, is there, you guys see the light at the end of the tunnel here? Is what you're trying to do?
Yeah, I think that whenever there's progress made, it's encouraging to look at the film with the guys the next day and say, hey, here's some positives, here's some progress that we've made. If we can build on this, we can continue to trend in the right direction. So I think that that's something that the players was very evident after looking at the last game. If we did have some success and we did play we played more consistently in this game in stretches of time than we did before. So I think that's encouraging, and that's a positive.
How about you personally? I don't think you've been part of a 4-game losing streak.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's something that again, you just got to remind yourself to focus in on the things you can control, and that is to improve daily. We can certainly, we're taking this week as a great opportunity for us to look back at what we've done and how we can improve and how we can be better. And, I think that our vision for the team right now is all moving forward. And, it's how we can be and not kind of where we were. Certainly we're looking back and trying to learn from the past year in the last 4 games to how we can improve. But there's kind of a vision that the team has, I think, in a positive way. And I think that they've approached it that way, and it's been good.
I get this feeling about O'Shea that he's going to be a really, really, really good offensive coordinator. I just get this feeling about him. His patience, the fact that he's not too high, not too low, and he's not worried about it. He just knows that there's so much going on and there's so much to figure out that we'll take it one step at a time. So instead of panicking just to make things look okay now, we'll keep the process going. I just see a level of patience in him. We got to start getting some stuff done. But at the end of the day, I like O'Shea. I really do. I really do.
Really kind of taking a step forward for him.
Yeah, I think that, we continue to trend the right way as the offensive line position. I certainly think the receiver group had a good game this past week. Devontae Parker continues to go out and make plays. Preston Williams showed up. Isaiah Ford, came off the practice squad and came in and made a third down conversion that was a real nice play. So kind of pleased with that group. I think that the tight end position, they might not get as many catches or, touches as the other guys, but certainly Nick O'Leary and Durham Smythe, they played well in the run game for us. So they come to mind. And then, the running back position, I thought that, Drake Mason plays in space and was able to finally get some space for him and did well there. So, I think a lot of guys are trending in the right direction, only to mention, a few of those, but I think they're trending in the right direction, making some improvements. But certainly there was a number of positives out of this game despite the final score.
Josh?
Yeah, I think that Josh has really made progress. I said in the first week I thought his communication was good and his overall operation of the offense was good. I think, despite the one turnover he had, for the most part, he made good decisions with the football and tried to play the game the way we wanted him to play it. The overall operation, again, was good for the second week in a row, and we didn't have any issues there. His communication was good with the offensive line, and some of the things that go unforeseen, the line calls and the communication that occurs before the snap, he was good on. So I think that we're definitely headed in the right direction. I think he made improvement. I think he's embracing the challenge of continuing to improve, and I think it's a positive thing.
Nice. Rosen might be our future, y'all.
I'm like everybody else. I'm like the players right now.
You hear the offensive coordinator.
Improving. There's certainly a lot of areas that I need to improve on. I don't look at it as, hey, we're 0-4. I look at it as moving forward. I really do, and kind of have forward thinking, and the vision has got to be positive, and that's the way it is for me. And I'm going to continue to work as hard as I can to put this offense in a position to be successful. I'm very fortunate to have a really good staff, so that makes it easy to come to work and have support around you. Certainly have a lot of confidence in our leader and Brian. So, I think that we're all in this together. We all know how important it is for us to continue to work and to continue to improve. And the same message we have for the players is the same message that we have for ourselves as a coaching staff, is that we just got to continue on the process of improving here day to day and control the things we can control.
Is there a
Iceberg, I agree with you.
get back, and if so,
But I also
I think that
look at the flow of the game.
A game that I haven't left from and said that I would maybe do something differently. I think that, what I've learned about the position that I'm in is when you do make decisions throughout the course of the game, there's going to be decisions that you maybe wish you would have done something different. But again, we have a great coaching staff and a number of players who, try to do exactly what we're asking them to do, and that's a positive thing. But yeah, there's certainly times that I look back and say, hey, I learned from this. I would have done something differently, and it's been a learning experience for myself.
He admitted if he could take it back, there are things that he would have done better, but he does admit that, he's learning for himself. So that's why I say these coaches, man, you got to give them time to develop as well. Here's the very last interview, defensive coordinator Graham. Patrick Graham.
After this last game in the press conference, Coach Flores said, quote, "We can blitz more," when asked about not getting more pressure.
Yep.
And then in the middle of September, when asked about lack of pressure, Coach also said, "I think we can blitz more." So I know you guys are on alignment, obviously, but what I wrote down the question. What is your general blitz philosophy?
Again, just what you're trying to do on defense is defend that situation and whatever they put out there. And I think, like Coach said, blitzing more is something that we need to do or we can do, like he said. And, that's something we'll go about trying to get done.
Pause. So they recognize we ain't getting no pressure on the quarterback. They recognize we need to blitz more. And like Coach said, which Flores told him, we need to blitz more. And he's basically saying, well, that's something we'll look at and figure out how we can do it. So we know it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Finally. Well, at least we hope so. This is what's coming out of his own mouth.
Obviously, every choice has pros and cons. This might seem self-evident, but for the fans and the media, especially who aren't coaches per se, can you kind of, in general, outline some of the pros and some of the cons anytime you
To pressure. Okay, so I think you gotta weigh what do you think is going to give the quarterback or the offense in general the most issues. So if you bring more than your standard 4 rushers, obviously you're taking somebody out of the coverage. Is it going to be beneficial for you to do that? Will it keep somebody in for them? I mean, that's one way to look at it. Or now that you're bringing the extra people, are you isolating somebody to have to block a certain player? So now you're getting a chance to isolate one of your better rushers. If it is a passing situation, then you got to take into the whole consideration with the run game. Are you bringing it off the edge to help set a firmer edge? To surprise them off the edge? Those are the different things. Like when you're weighing it,
Man, ain't nothing been a surprise, Graham.
I mean, there's always a risk and reward, so that's really what you're trying to weigh and try to have some anticipation based on tendencies and the people in the game.
In your career, have you been a guy who enjoys? Like I would like. There would seem to be an adrenaline thing there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna dial it up. Dial it up, guy. In general.
I'm gonna try to do what's best to win the situation, guy. To be honest with you, but I mean, I like the pressure. I like it all. I mean, it's all fascinating to me just to figure out ways to try to stop these offenses that are so dynamic. But yeah, I mean, blitzing is definitely something that I'm accustomed to doing, and I mean, I enjoy doing all aspects of defense. To be honest with you.
Then why have you been depriving?
To say, you know what? This is the youngest team in the NFL.
Okay.
A lot of youngsters. And you got new guys every week.
Matthew, yes, I think we can go on the street after the bye. I do. I really do. Legitimately.
It's fair to say, well, you know what? Maybe because of that, we're going to be a little more base.
No. I mean, I get paid to coach. So if we're going to do what we think is best for the situation, so that's what I get paid to do. I got to get them, regardless if they're here for a day or 3 days or 5 years. I mean, we got to get them to do what we're asking them to do. So I don't think that's the answer.
Hey, a guy who has brought some pressure in the last 2 games is a guy who just got here.
Yeah.
Taco to me seems to be playing with motivation, and maybe that has something to do with how he was criticized in Dallas. What have you seen from Taco?
I mean, for me, I've always wanted to coach Taco from when I met him at the combine. So I told him, I say to him probably every day, I said, I've been waiting to coach you. I'm happy to see you and get to coach you. And I think he's really bought in so far in terms of what we're asking him to do. And then obviously his skill set. So the motivation thing, I think you would have to ask him. I think from what I knew of him and what I know of him now, he's a competitor. He's been blessed with a skill set that, again, anytime you're having success, you're going to want to push that anyway. But I mean, he's a competitor and he has a skill set. So, I mean, that's probably the motivation, but you have to ask him specifically.
What went into giving him a big opportunity? He took a lot of chances in that last game. What is it?
I think it's just, practice. To me, practice is closest thing to the game, and practice execution is game reality. And guys that if you're seeing it in practice consistently, you get rewarded. I'm doing well. Well, okay, I'm not going to. I gotta stop. I do have some. You don't want to do that.
I want to actually, a lot of coaches, they want, you really try to keep what's in the building inside, and any noise that's kind of outside around the team and expectations and performance, you don't want any of the noise to creep in, but it kind of does. How have you guys kind of taken it as a coaching staff that, the first start, what people are saying, what this team is trying to do in the future instead of right now? How do you guys kind of handle those things as a coach?
I handle it, and I would say our players, in my opinion, are handling it because the vision that's been set forth by our head coach is a vision. It's not a Polaroid picture. It's not a glimpse at it. It's a vision of where we're going in terms of getting better every day, improving on our fundamentals, and that's what we're working toward. That's what we're working towards. And I think, anytime you have a vision and someone, and anytime your leader lays out the vision and guys that buy in and, we see it and we listen, again, what we're seeing might be different than what everybody else is seeing. I can't speak for everybody else, but the vision that our head coach has, Chris Greer, the vision that we have, and the vision that we explain to the players, I think that's important. That's how, so I don't hear it. And it's not me coach speak. I don't hear it. I don't hear it. I don't hear it, period.
Does it get a little cloudy when the results don't show up?
No. That's why it's our vision. It's not a Polaroid. It's a vision. It's a vision. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. It doesn't sway at all. And now, obviously, we want better results, and we could coach better, we could play better. I know I can. I'm speaking for myself, but the vision is there. So vision's there. Like Coach said yesterday, we could play one good half, or Coach said the day before, but we could play one good half, we could play two good halves. So that's what we got to do. That's what we're going to work on. I don't know about baby steps.
Game 6, we're putting week 6, game 5, we're putting a complete game together.
Yep. I could write a better story.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put a complete game together.
Yep.
It's funny, when you write a story, you go back a day later, you say, was that good? And sometimes your opinion changes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes 2 months, 3 months later, you go back and it's better than you thought or worse than you thought.
Mm-hmm.
Like perspective sometimes.
Yep.
It's kind of hard when you're in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested when you say, I could coach better,
mm-hmm.
which is a thing that coaches sometimes say. But as it relates to the first 4 weeks,
mm-hmm.
what do you mean?
What do I mean? You're always in the process of self-evaluating and trying to improve. I ask the players to get better every day. I make it a point on myself to get better every day. So if I'm never thinking about how I can improve for the next week or the next day, then I think you get complacent, and if complacency sets in this league, you're not going to be here very long. So that's how I approach it. So, there's a bunch of stuff I don't feel like the need to get into exactly all the stuff that I know I need to improve upon, but I'm constantly evaluating myself and trying to figure out how I can be a better player, a better coach, better husband, better brother, better son. That's just how I'm built. So
I saw Christian Wilkins
mm-hmm.
several times in the last few games move a man, guard or a center,
mm-hmm.
5 or 6 yards back.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, all right, that's what he was brought here to do.
Yeah.
I was trying to think about guards and centers in this league.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a rookie. But from a physical standpoint, his
mm-hmm.
power, his strength, his leverage ability,
mm-hmm.
his footwork, his mobility, do you think it's fair to say that he should have a physical advantage over a good majority, over the majority of men he's facing in the league?
He's a rookie, and I would say a majority of the people he's facing have some experience in the NFL. So, 4 games compared to whatever. I don't know. You hope you have a good matchup in terms of the physical, but there's so much that goes into it. The physical, the mental makeup of it, the experience. There's no substitute for experience. So, I think he's making progress, just like some of our other guys are making progress. And eventually, when the mental catches up with the physical, then it all ties together. Then it becomes a beautiful thing.
I saw him take, I think it was a right guard, and disengage and then make a real nice, aggressive physical tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a no gain or even that particular play. Playing the position that he's often at, left defensive end in the 3-4 play.
Javier, don't forget Godchild.
How destructive can you be in that spot?
Mm-hmm.
How much of the responsibility for his job is to wreak havoc and destruction,
mm-hmm.
and how much of it is just to hold up his point of attack?
Well, I think the point of the front, is, we ask those guys we call it block destruction. So, that's the number one thing that's what we ask them to do: block, destroy, block. So, in terms of the violence and the disruptive nature of that, that's in their job description. So I would say that's high on the priority list. So, and then as he improves and uses his hands and gets off of blocks and is able to find the ball, I would say anytime you're in a part of the front or just a defender, we're trying to be disruptive. So,
yeah, I think he's getting better. It's so
everybody's improving. Yeah.
He's showing improvement.
He's improving. He's definitely improving. Again, experience. There's no substitute, so that comes with time. So,
a couple more. And
yep. Okay. Yep.
What's been the most surprising thing to you about the first 4 games defensively as a whole?
The most surprising thing, most surprising thing. I don't know how to answer that right now, to be honest with you, but most surprising thing, obviously we want to finish off the games a little bit better, obviously.
Some wins.
But, I can't say anything surprising per se.
Okay, let's end on a positive note. What is something that is happening that actually pleases you and provides you some encouragement going into the bye?
Again, it's from the first time I talked to you guys to now, I just really want the guys to buy into getting better every day. And there's definitely glimpses, there's evidence of that. And I just know that if we get better every day, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. So that's the thing that's been most important to me. The guys that are at work ethic, trying to get better every day, working on something to get better every day. That's been pretty good for me. So, all right.
You're going to take a day or two to
it's football season.
Just a day or two? Will you go to a West hotel and just kind of turn off your phone for a couple of days?
It's football season. It's football season.
I got my family coming in from Long Island.
Okay.
My daughter's 7th birthday is Thursday.
Okay,
so
wow.
A big birthday party, and then I was thinking of taking them on a boat.
Oh, there you go.
Hopefully the weather holds up.
There you go.
They don't go out on the boat too much up there.
Yeah.
In the Northeast.
Okay.
Trying to do something to show them Florida.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
Yeah. I try.
Man, I want to hear about what you got to do.
Doing all right. You're doing well. Doing all right.
So, going into last week's game, that allowed 208 rushing yards. Held the Chargers, which was averaging 5.2, to less than 100 yards. What was the difference?
I think, as always with the run game, starts with setting the edge and just trying to be more consistent, setting the edge, and then from there playing with power inside and tackling. And I think there are glimpses of that during the game, and part of it too is the mentality part. In terms of just trying to get that established. And it really starts from the film room in the meetings, them having a better understanding of it, and us coaching it better to practice it and being better. So, that's where the emphasis always comes back to practice.
So has it been an edge-setting issue, or what?
I would say it's multiple things, but again, it's the stuff that we got to work. It's really just trying to improve the fundamentals of it, and it always comes back in the run game. Is the edge set? Are you playing with power inside, and are you tackling? And then on top of that, eye discipline. You can get into all that stuff, but once you start dealing with all the misdirection or pullers and things of that nature, but I think the most important is, and we always talk about, you got to set the edge, play with power inside, building the wall, and then you got to tackle. And that's the main thing there.
Was there, with Raekwon, has there been a moment that's really been like, oh wow, we got something here that maybe obviously didn't see a lot of in the spring.
People want to talk about the plays and okay, the big tackle here. To me, Raekwon wows me how he handles himself in the meeting room. Again, he's talkative in terms of in a good way. He understands what's going on. He has good questions. To me, when that starts to grow and you're starting to see it and you can get to the correction before I do, now I know we're starting to build something, especially at that position where, they're seeing it, they're understanding it, and then they'll be able to correct it throughout the series on their own. That's when I get the wow moments. When a lot of times it's not the stuff that happens on Sunday, it's the stuff that happens on the field in practice or in the meeting rooms.
Yeah, we need it to happen on Sunday though, Patrick Graham. That's when we need it to happen. We need you to have some wow moments on Sunday during the game. Those are what the coaches had to say, man. At the end of the day, patience is going to be key. But I think we're about to start putting together a few wins. A lot of people going to hate on that notion. But we're straight, man. I thought we were playing chess, not checkers. Exactly. We are playing chess, man, not checkers. It's chess, not checkers. Okay? And some of y'all talking about, like the intentional loss just to get a specific player. Then y'all are those tank advocates. We're not tanking, man. If we win a game, we win a game. It's that simple. It's that freaking simple. We are going to try to win games. If we miss out on our player, then we're going to go find the best available player that can help our team. Understand that. Understand that, man. Like, are we really, if we beat the Redskins, are we really going to be like, man, what are we doing? Like, we complain about us losing, and what we're going to complain about us winning now? Let's not do that, guys. Let's not do that. I hate losing, but we got to sacrifice for better days. Jacquees, man, that's a sad notion because you can't have better days and still win right now. Y'all think everything relies on getting the person you want to get in the draft? If we miss out on Tua or Chase Young, we still got to figure out how to win. And then on top of it, we got to stop acting like either one of those guys are going to guarantee our future. Let's stop acting like drafting any of those guys are going to guarantee our future. If we had the number 1 pick last year, y'all would have been having the same energy for Kyler Murray. Is it making a difference in Arizona? The man got half a win. It's not making any difference, man. And Liquid Red, Tua ain't no elite prospect who will change our future, period. He's not. How you going to have the words prospect and period in the same sentence? He's a prospect. And you're right, nothing in life is guaranteed. So can we please stop acting like it is? Acting like if we take all away that it's guaranteed we got the everything's all fixed. It's ridiculous, man. Tua is generational talent. No, he not. No, he not. No, he not. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it, y'all. No, he not. No, he not. He's a talent. You don't know if somebody's a generational talent until they come in, they do what they had to do, and then you say, hey, man, Tua was a generational talent. You don't know until he's completed his task. You don't know if somebody's a generational talent until he's completed his task. There's been a lot of generational talents in the past came into this NFL, and they were a generational bust. So miss me with that. I agree, Iceberg. Generational talent is media hype talk. Exactly. There ain't no generational talents. That term doesn't exist until you've actually proven it. Now, Tua come in the league and he give us 5 years of just MVP status, then he was a generational talent. Patrick Mahomes ain't even a generational talent yet. Let's see him execute at this level for about 3 more years. And if he does, he was a generational talent. But if he doesn't, he's another Cam Newton and everybody else who came in the league on fire and then failed. Because you know what there is? There's no such thing. There's no such thing as he would have been a generational talent if he had pieces around him. He would have been a generational talent if he didn't get hurt. He would have been. That's the whole point. Can we wait till they actually do it first and then call them these things? Middle gets you nothing. Wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. You might be right. Middle gets you nothing. But early gets you nothing either. Late gets you nothing. Or early gets you everything and middle gets you everything or late gets you everything. Tom Brady, look at where Tom Brady was drafted. It got them everything. He wasn't beginning or middle. It's that simple, man. It's that simple. All right? Anywho, man, this is TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I appreciate everybody who joined us on this this midday conversation. Somebody said, I'd rather get a top 10 pick than a top 18 pick, to be honest. Absolutely. You definitely want to get a top 10 pick versus a top 18. I get that. I get that. That's conventional wisdom. You'd rather get the number 1 overall pick, if anything. Everybody understands that. It's just a matter of who are you picking at that position, at that number. It's not the pick that's the issue. It's who you're picking. That was a new one. That's pretty interesting. Tank for Tua or choke for Chase. That's a good one. That is a real good one. No, middle doesn't. It gets you a player, but not the best. Then what's Tom Brady? What's Tom Brady? What's Tom Brady? If that defensive end is generational, why not? We don't know if he's generational. You cannot deem someone generational until they've come into the league and proven that they were generational. That's part of the problem in today's football. We give titles before they've earned it. And then we'll fight and argue that they earned it at a collegiate level. But when they get to the NFL and they're not the same, people go ghost. Well, he was a generational talent. He was one. Tom Brady is an outlier. 6th-round players just don't become Tom Brady. That's not true. And he wasn't an outlier. He was a player that improved every single year in his career and got better and better. Got better and better. Y'all quick to call something in the late round an outlier. It ain't no outlier. It was a mis-scouted player. Think about it. Tom Brady checked all the boxes except physicality and looking the part. That's the truth. Tom Brady checked all the boxes except physicality and looking the part. It's crazy, man. Kurt Warner was packing groceries. Exactly. 15 to 20 means you was okay, but not nearly good enough. And Brady had a defense while he developed. Exactly. So why aren't we going to get our defense? I thought the front office liked the QB from Oregon. Jacquees, I don't listen to nobody's what they thought. I thought they liked the quarterback from Oregon. They like Tua. They like they like Herbert. They like all day, every day. Everybody making the case, and I ain't talking about you, but everybody making the case of this organization likes this guy. No, they like that guy. They sent 3 scouts to that guy. They sent 4 to him. They sent 2 to him. TD, is there a college player in specific that has caught your eye? There's 2, Chase Young and Delpit. Chase Young and Delpit, man. But we're going to digress. We can go on about that for a million years. The team is thanking for Tua clear as day. Mike, man, clean your eyes. But anywho, man, this is TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I will see you all tomorrow morning. If we have some breaking news, y'all already know I'll bring it to you. If not, I will see you tomorrow on Wake Up with TD. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in to the show, guys. Man, we're having some fun times. All it's going to do is get better and better. Stay tuned tonight for Cooking with the Dows on my other channel, Down with the Dows, our family channel. So if you want to hang out with us tonight, maybe talk a little football while we're cooking and doing all that good stuff, just come over to our other channel, Down with the Dows, and hang out with us because we will be cooking. I appreciate y'all love and your support. How do you spell the last guy name? Chase Young? Chase Young. Young. Go look him up, M&T TV. It's a shame that some people legitimately don't even know who Chase Young is. That shows you Tua's being media driven. If you don't know who Chase Young and Grant Delpit is, then that shows you the media is being straight up biased. TD hasn't noticed me the whole stream. Oh, my bad, Matthew. Hey, man. Sorry, man. Forgive me, man. I keep missing people. Trust me, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that saying the same thing. If you don't know who Chase Young and Grant Delpit is, that's a shame. Not on you, but the media. That shows you they're overhyping one guy. Go look at the big boards for the best college players coming out. I ain't say the mock draft. Don't look at a mock draft. Go look at best players coming out. It's crazy how Chase Young is above Tua on a lot of those lists. Chase Young is above Tua on those lists. But every mock draft has Tua going first because conventional wisdom. The first or second pick always gets quarterbacks, right? It is what it is, man. This is TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Let me go ahead and block Mobile Gamer so he can't come on this channel no more with his crap. Let's see here. No, that was Swedish Sam and Mobile Gamer. Yep, let me get both of them out of here. Peace, stay out of here. Appreciate y'all stopping through, showing us some love. But yeah, man, and Mike, stop that. Mike knows very well who Chase Young is. He's just the negative Nancy who won Tua. QB always go higher, no surprises. Yeah, but that don't mean they should. And that's part of the problem in the NFL for a long time. The QB's been going higher, and teams keep getting blasted for it time and time and time again. Ain't that a shame? People doing this insanity. Quarterback. Tell me what teams are hitting on quarterback. Now, don't name to me 5 teams out of the 20 that keep trying. It's like they keep trying. They roll out with one for 5 years, and they're like, yeah, he ain't the answer. All your Mariotas of the world. Your Sam Darnolds. Your Josh Allens. I personally don't believe they're going to make it long enough. All these guys, teams keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over, going for the quarterback first and missing. And just because that one team hit, They keep on going because they can't wait to hit it. It's like having an obsession with the lottery and you keep losing. But you know, man, I just got to keep playing. I can feel it this time. I can feel it this time. That's all it is. All these teams miss. Oh, they hit with Mahomes. We need that kind of quarterback. Miss. Oh, they hit with him. We need that kind of quarterback. That's all that keep happening. 10 teams draft a quarterback, and only one of them hit. And the sad thing of those 10 teams drafting the quarterback, the other 9 that don't hit ride out with them between 3 to 5 years. Then they go back to look for another quarterback. At least 5 of them go back to look for another quarterback. The other 4 re-up the contract for a new deal. And it gets worse. And then 7 years later, they go look for another quarterback. Constant state of mediocrity. And I'm sitting here arguing that the problem is they're looking in the wrong place. All you need is an above average quarterback. Sometimes maybe quarterback ain't the reason you're losing. Sometimes you need to be fixing the things around your quarterback on that team to make it easier for him. Even if he got flaws, even if he ain't got he ain't one of the highest draft prospects. Rhodes is going to be our quarterback, y'all. Get over it. It is what it is. Thank y'all for tuning in to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I love y'all. I will see y'all soon. Y'all already know what time it is. Peace. See y'all soon, man.